What's up, everybody? My name is Nick Sakis with Likely.AI, and this is 5-minute chats with GPT. And so the idea behind this series, and I'm going to continue to do more and more often. I don't know if I can commit to it every single day, but I'm going to come to you guys live several days a week to show you how powerful the chat GPT built-in process is with Likely.AI and how you can use it and use very specific prompts. And what we're going to do is start showing all of the cool prompts that we have inside of our playbooks. If you haven't had a chance to check out one of our playbooks, I'll link it in the comments below. But the intention for this is to just break down in little micro nuggets, very, very digestible, the infinite possibilities of how you could use ChatGPT plugged in to Likely.AI in order to explode the thought process, the marketing, and everything involved with your business. So today, the prompt actually comes from our fearless leader, Mr. Brad McDaniel. I have to give him a gold check mark and a round of applause because this one is coming in our new V2 prompt book. So if you have V1, just wait because we've been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes and we're going to have a V2 book. And I think the way that we're going to do this for ChatGPT, because it's ever growing and changing, I think we're going to have volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, and just keep going with different iterations of the book itself so that we can bring you guys as much good stuff as possible. So we're already at 1 minute 30. My dog's barking in the background. We're live. I'm going to share my screen here real quick. The idea behind this prompt is to give you guys a very specific zip code. So like, let's say you're using Likely.AI to farm a neighborhood, or you're using it for primarily, your database and your sphere, but you have a lot of people in a specific zip code. And we don't necessarily know this persona. Like we know who the people are because they're in our database, but if it's a farm, we might want to attract other people. And so the idea behind this is let ChatGPT write a comprehensive buyer persona. So what if you're going after a new farm? What if you are going to a listing appointment, which I'll show you here in a second, but this is really cool. So the prompt that we gave ChatGPT is, as a marketing director, your task is to create a comprehensive buyer audience persona based off the homeowners in zip code 34677. Now, this is my personal zip code. I wanted to do that first. The audience persona should be well defined and include details such as demographics, interests, pain points, desires, social platforms most frequently used, with words to use to connect with the audience on a social platform, buying behaviors, and include specific examples of brand names that they typically buy from. I know that's a crazy mouthful, but this is what we got, okay? So the buyer persona for the people who would be most likely to buy a home in this zip code, in my zip code, which this is really scary. That's why I did mine first. Age 35 to 55 years old. I'm going to be 39 next week. A little bit scary. Gender, male and female mixed, right? So marital status, married. Education, college degree or higher. Main occupations are white collar workers, business owners, entrepreneurs. That's me. Income $75,000 to $150,000 per year. We'll leave that one to a question mark. Home value $250,000 to $500K. Nailed it, right? Home. What are their interests? Home improvement, renovation, gardening and landscaping, cooking, entertainment, outdoor activities such as hiking, biking, and boating. Oldsmar, the place that I live, has a ton of parks, a ton of outdoor recreation. So this nails it on the head. Traveling and exploring new places, personal development and self-improvement. Again, nailed it right on the head, at least for me. Like, this is describing me, which is crazy. Lack of time to complete home improvement projects. Yes, for sure. High utility bills. I literally just posted in the Facebook group about all the utility stuff that's going on, which I think a lot of people did too. But difficulty finding reliable contractors and service providers, concerns about home security, limited storage space in the home, need for more functional and efficient home appliances. So this is a very, very detailed. It gives the desires, it gives the social platforms, exactly what words to use, like home improvement, renovation, DIY, sustainability, security. This is crazy, right? So LinkedIn, entrepreneurship, leadership. Homeowners in 34677 are willing to invest in high quality and sustainable home solutions that save money on utility bills and improve their quality of life. Examples of brand names: Home Depot, Lowe's, IKEA, Nest, Ring, and the list goes on. So this is really, really interesting. So two ways you can use this. Obviously for advertising, right? And Facebook user said, okay, I'll do the zip code in a second. We're coming on 5 minutes. So just so we're clear, the idea behind these is 5 minutes. I finished my portion in 5 minutes. That's what I wanted to accomplish. I'll do this extra zip code here in a second. But the cool thing about this buyer persona is, let's say you just wanted to advertise to people who might be interested in buying a house. So like now you have a comprehensive idea of who already lives here and who might be interested in living in this one specific zip code. But what if you took it a step further? What if you're using Likely.AI to farm zip code 34677? And let's say you get a listing appointment, right? You're doing direct mail, you're doing Facebook ads, whatever. You go to the dining room table of a potential seller and they say, "Why should I hire you?" You can pull out a complete buyer persona and present to them like a book report. Like you're so smart. And you say, "Mr. and Mrs. Seller, not only will I help you sell the home for the most amount of money because I know I've been doing this for 25 years," like whatever your spiel is, right? Whatever your guarantee is, "I also know exactly who is going to buy your home, and here it is." And you present that to a homeowner, that's like the most prepared of prepared that you could ever possibly be. People don't do stuff like this buyer persona stuff, until you get into like the luxury real estate market. When you get into the luxury real estate market, it's a lot about this kind of stuff, to where, what are the buyer's interests? What part of the country or the world are they coming from? There's all these different demographics that are included in like multi-million dollar homes, but most people don't look at this stuff on a individual level or like sub $1 million. So having this power just through one prompt, which is available through all of our books, is really, really clutch. So I just want to bring this to you guys. Essentially, we're going to be doing this. I'm going to be doing this a lot more often, just one little prompt at a time, and then how you can actually use it. So since I got one here, we're going to go ahead and do that. So let me copy this change as a marketer. So let's do this. And we're going to do the same thing for this other zip code. And if that user is still on here, he can tell me exactly if this sounds good or not. So instead of 34677, we're going to do 60417. Let's see. Reagan says people better change and change quick. That's right, dude. This is very, very interesting, the stuff that's going on with artificial intelligence and the amount of power that you have. And that's kind of, I did a live the other day explaining this. It's not necessarily, and especially for real estate agents, especially because Likely.AI serves the real estate community. We're not trying to replace real estate agents, right? And real estate agents aren't going to be replaced. But I will tell you, the real estate agents that don't adopt artificial intelligence are going to be replaced by realtors that do. And so that's kind of the crux of how this whole thing is happening. We're not replacing agents. We're literally just empowering you with technology to make you even better, faster, and stronger. Okay, so I think we got something here. Okay, so 60417, 35 to 55. So I think we hopped up a little bit. No, it's the same. So 35 to 55. Let's see. Male and female, married or in a long-term relationship. So that was a little bit different. College educated or higher is the same. White collar or business owner. So entrepreneur wasn't in there. That's a little bit different. Single family homes in 60417. We still got home improvement. We still got gardening, landscaping. Family activities and vacations. That's a little bit different. So that would be a little bit of a different interest. Pain points. I guess everybody's just struggling with energy bills right now, right? That seems to be so lack of privacy. That was different because the previous prompt was lack of security. They didn't have lack of privacy, so that's a little bit different in this prompt. Energy efficient was there. Smart technology. A lot of people looking for smart technology. So the social platforms, here's interesting: savings, sustainability, and upgrade. So those two social platform words to use inside your marketing. Again, this is kind of like nerdy stuff. Not everybody's going to glom onto this, but if your marketing is all about just speaking to the right people, right? So if you're sending out a bunch of marketing to a specific zip code, why not have the added advantage of having, um, the exact specific words that people are actually looking for? So that's what this is really, really good at. Home Depot, that was the same. Nest, IKEA, Lowe's. Um, Lack of privacy doesn't make any sense. Lots of houses are an acre. So, well, that's interesting, dude. So you know the buyer persona. The cool thing about artificial intelligence is, in my opinion, it gets you to a certain point and it helps you make your brain work at a little bit faster pace. So here's a perfect example of all this. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen here for a second so you can see my words. Okay. As a marketer, you might have heard other people saying, or like for your small business owner, you need to be doing more video for your business. Okay. Um, like everybody says that. It's kind of cliche. You're probably tired of hearing it. Like gurus coming on, live. They're saying that get on video and do more for your business. Like everybody knows you should be doing it. The problem with that is it's like a self-starting kind of thing. So whether you, even if you are good on camera, even if you like the sound of your voice, even if you like the way that you look, and even if you are an expert, sometimes it's just hard to think about what to talk about. So a lot of times I can take an agent or a small business owner or anybody, and if they're shy in front of a camera, I can have a regular conversation with them on Zoom and record the whole thing and make excellent video because they need that two-way communication. They need that prompt, right? If somebody's asking them a question, they can give out a really good response, but just to stare at a camera and talk to it is really difficult for a lot of people. That's how I see Chat GPT. So you should be making more content. You should be a little bit more specific in your marketing, but you don't necessarily know how to start. So when you get everything going, then you actually have kind of like that two-way feedback. So you get ideas to bounce off somebody, kind of like the main point of this persona is act like as a marketing director. So Chat GPT in this instance would be like you having a conversation with your marketing director to say, hey, how should we approach this market? How should we approach this zip code? And so now you're getting this two-way feedback. And then now you're going to say, just like the user said, lack of privacy doesn't make sense. Well, you can think in your mind, well, that doesn't necessarily make sense, but I'm going to do it a little bit different way. But now it got you started, it got you going, right? And you're moving in the right direction. So these are short. I'm already 11 minutes. I appreciate everybody who was on live. Thank you for saying that I'm good at this. I appreciate that. I will come either tomorrow or the next day. We're going to do one prompt at a time, quick, digestible. Appreciate all of you. If you haven't signed up for Likely.AI, go to Likely.AI and get a 14-day free trial. I will post in the comments all of our chat bot or chat book playbooks, chat GPT playbooks. And hope you guys have an awesome day. See ya.